Israel's bombs have killed more than 73,000 Palestinians in Gaza. The relentless airstrikes have decimated buildings, homes and hospitals. Nearly the entire population of more than 2 million people live in overcrowded and dangerous conditions. But there's another cost to Israel's genocidal war. On day 3 of our special series, Gaza, Promises and Reality, we're looking at the impact on society itself. It's over to Hind Qadri and the team in Gaza.
Welcome to our special coverage live from Gaza City. I'm at Al Yarmouk Stadium camp where hundreds of families live in very difficult conditions. Before the genocide, the people who are camped here lived normal lives. They went to work and school. They were part of a community. But Israel's war is destroying the social fabric of Gaza. Palestinians are not only being deprived of their privacy, health, and even their identities. Privacy have become a casualty of war on Gaza. For hundreds of thousands of displaced families, even personal moments play out in public. My colleague Hani Mahmoud met several Palestinians trying to find some solitude in overcrowded shelters.
They are newly engaged. But instead of planning a future together in private, they are searching for a quiet corner in a crowded displacement camp. Even the simplest conversations are difficult here.
We're trying to get to know each other better, even if only a little. We live far apart and only see each other twice a week, and that affects the process of getting to know each other.
This is what a home looks like now for many in Gaza. Not a room with walls and a door, but a shared space divided by hanging sheets, thin blankets, or sometimes nothing at all.
In terms of space, there simply isn't any. There is no furniture, no proper tent, no real place of our own. The whole family is gathered in one space.
Often, several families shared a single classroom, tent, or damaged room. Changing clothes, disciplining children, arguing with a loved one, all of it happens in full view of strangers.
Whenever you want to talk about anything, everyone can hear you. You can't communicate freely with your spouse or your family. You can't properly teach your children. Even daily disagreements, discussions, and arguments become public.
For women and girls, the loss of privacy brings added hardship. Makeshift partitions offer little protection. Selma is asking her husband to make sure no one is around so she can go to the toilet.
شوف يا ابو احمد في طريق بدي افوت الحمام.
يا الحين بدي اشوفك الحمام شوي. يا تعالي فيش حدا تعالي.
Simple acts requires careful timing and improvisation. After spending hours searching for food and water, Muhammad returns exhausted. He tries to cool off with a quick shower, but even then, he's not alone.
There is no privacy for a person with their wife and children. Between you and your neighbor, there is only a curtain. One of the most disturbing things about displacement is that even your bathroom is no longer private.
War not only destroys buildings, it reshapes how people live together. Here in Gaza, overcrowding has erased the boundaries between shared and a private life, leaving families to navigate for survival in spaces never meant to hold so many people. For many here, life plays out in full view of others. What has been lost is not only shelter, but dignity, intimacy, and solitude. Hani Mahmoud, Al Jazeera, from Gaza City, Palestine.
We're here in Al Yarmouk Stadium, which is now actually a makeshift camp. Palestinians here are witnessing unimaginable catastrophic situation, and there are a lot of challenges. We are going to be talking with Husni Mohanna, the spokesperson of the Gaza Municipality, and we're going to be discussing the situation and the challenges witnessing and the municipality and the people here. مرحبا أستاذ حسني.
Hosni, thank you very much for being with us. What are the most challenges that you are facing and the municipality is facing for the time being after 1,000 of the genocide? Today, we talk about 1,000 days after the genocide war of Israel against anything and everything in Gaza. We are doing our best now to offer a lot of services, basic services. We need now to sort out the problems of sewage and water, and also we face so many challenges because the Israeli blockade is so hard in Gaza, and 90% of Gaza has been destroyed, 90% of everything in Gaza has been destroyed, and the equipment, the basic tools, the basic equipment, everything has been destroyed. What is the thing that you really need the most in order to save everyone here? Today, there are so many requirements for doing our job. Today we are facing that destruction. We need so many equipment and trucks. We need to get rid of the rubble, tons of rubbles everywhere in the streets, and the waste is everywhere in Gaza Strip. In Gaza City alone, more than 370,000 cubic meters of solid waste in Gaza City. The rubble's everywhere, 25 million tons of rubbles, and we need equipment and heavy equipment in order to sort out the problem. The Israeli occupation during the genocide destroyed 135 trucks that belong to Gaza municipality, and this has prevented us from offering our services. The blockade is really a challenge against the works and offers of the municipalities. We face a lack of everything. The situation is catastrophic in the Gaza Strip. Thank you very much, Hosni Mahanna, for being with us.
Thousands of people who lost passports and ID documents in the war are struggling to replace them. It's affecting their opportunities to travel or access banking and other services. My colleague Tariq Bazoum has more from Deir el-Balah.
Khulud Touman thought updating her ID card would help her regain access to her bank account. Instead, it opened another chapter in Gaza's growing identity crisis. More than 2 years of war and destruction have crippled Gaza's civil registry system. Many Palestinians lost their official documents while fleeing Israeli bombardment. Others are now discovering that newly issued papers are not fully recognized outside Gaza. Khulud updated her identification documents through Gaza's Interior Ministry, but many banks linked to the Palestinian Monetary Authority reportedly reject IDs issued after October 7, 2023. Without recognition, she cannot activate her account or receive her salary.
I was hoping to open an account at the bank, but the teller told me your ID is too old. We do not accept any IDs issued during the war. How am I supposed to receive my salary?
For Muhammad al-Farra, the crisis is blocking his future. The 20-year-old student was accepted to study at university in Egypt. His passport was issued in Ramallah before the war, but Israel's restrictions on the movement of documents into and out of Gaza prevented him from receiving the original copy. Now, he waits with only a digital version, meaning he's unable to travel through the Rafah crossing into Egypt if and when Israel eases restrictions.
I'm worried that when the crossing opens, I still won't have my passport, which could prevent me from leaving Gaza to continue my education. Imagine finally getting the chance you've been hoping for, only to realize you can't leave.
Officials say the destruction of government infrastructure and restrictions on the civil registry system have created a legal and humanitarian vacuum affecting nearly every aspect of civilians' lives.
There are ongoing factional and tribal efforts to pressure the relevant authorities, including the Ministry of Interior, to recognize IDs issued in Qatar. However, we are still facing serious challenges, and it appears that this issue is closely tied to the current political situation and the administrative vacuum created by the war.
For many Palestinians, the war has also left their identity suspended between paperwork, politics and uncertainty. This passport and this ID card are supposed to prove identity, but for thousands of Palestinians today in Gaza, they no longer guarantee access to travel, banking or basic services. Many here fear the documents are losing the meaning they once carried. طارق أبو عزوم, Al Jazeera, Deir al-Balah, Palestine.
Here in Gaza, the war has stripped away even the most basic elements of human life and death, including the ability to give loved ones a proper burial. As Brahim al-Khalili reports, many cemeteries have been destroyed in the war, while others are running out of space.
Ziad al-Ashqar says the killing of his sons in an Israeli airstrike severely affected his wife's health, leading to her death. With no burial space available, another tragedy followed.
Now I'm burying my wife in the same place after having already buried my 2 sons, 2 grandchildren, and my nephew's son. This is now the 4th time we've had to bury members of our family in the same small plot of land.
Gaza has 62 official cemeteries. Of those, 39 have been completely destroyed. Another 19 have been partially damaged. Only 4 remain standing. That means 58 cemeteries, or 93.5% of the total, have been either completely or partially destroyed, leaving families with fewer places to bury their loved ones. Officials say that beyond the widespread destruction, several other factors are contributing to the growing burial crisis.
With the Israeli occupation controlling more than 60% of the Gaza Strip, it has effectively taken control of 3/4 of Gaza's cemeteries. Many of them have been destroyed. The burial crisis is unfolding on multiple levels. There is no land available for new graves, no construction materials to build them.
What was already an unbearable loss now reflects a wider crisis, where Palestinian families face grief without even space to lay their loved ones to rest.
Families are paying up to $520 for a single burial space if they can't find one at all. Many of Gaza's cemeteries are damaged or destroyed, and the military occupation is shrinking what little space remains for civilians. Even the dead are running out of room. Brahim al-Khalili, Al Jazeera, Gaza City, Palestine.
That's all from me, Hind al-Khudari, and the team here in Gaza. I'll be back later in the day. For now, it's back to Doha.